What's up YouTube, it's your guy Real Polo Joe back at it again with another video. And today I'm going to be ranking each legend in Season 5 from the worst to best. But I'm going to be skipping around going in as order as I see them, I guess. So let me tell you a little bit about me. I've made Master Rank and Predator Rank on PlayStation and Xbox, and I've used all the legends at least a decent amount of time. So I'm fairly capable of placing them in a decent spot, I feel like. So if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comment section which legends you think should go where and which legends you think are the best and best. So I'm going to be rating them based on like teamwork, and also if you don't have a team, like let's say you're playing solo because your teammates died or something. So just the best all-around legend today. And as you can see already, I have Pathfinder as average because of the nerf that he got. He's still a good player. He's still a viable legend, but he's just not at the good or best tier anymore. He's now just the average legend because at first, before the nerf, he was able to reposition himself every 15 seconds, which felt like immediately for all the Pathfinder mains. I was once a Pathfinder main, now Caustic main, of course, as you can see if you watch my videos. And so yeah, after the nerf to Pathfinder, he dropped down tremendously from arguably one of the best legends, or good to some people, to average, just because of that nerf. So I want to start with the worst legend, and I'm sure you all can guess that. The worst legend is Octane. His abilities don't really help out the team at all. He has the jump pad, but it's like you can use a Pathfinder zipline, which is a lot better. Wraith's portal. Anything can help better than that, to be honest. And his tactical isn't really beneficial to the teammates, or himself for that matter. It gives him a slightly speed boost, but it also takes health away from him, and because of that, it makes him the worst legend. Now, some things that can reverse that. Well, for one, for him to be one of these tiers, he would need a complete rework, as like Mirage did. But I'd say for him to be in this category, maybe if the stem gave him life instead of taking away life, that could definitely put him into one of these categories. And also if the stem wasn't loud, if it was the same sound as his normal footsteps, and the stem gave him life instead of taking away life, like in Titanfall 2, the stem gives you life, and that would put him in one of these categories, I feel like. And let's move on. Let's do Loba. Loba is a good legend. She's definitely better than Pathfinder this season, simply because her cooldown time for her movement is I believe 5 seconds shorter than Pathfinder's grapple now. But the only reason she's not the best legend, one of the best, is because the cooldown time is still lengthy, which doesn't really make a difference for her, but the time that it takes to put the wristband back on and lift your gun back up is way too long. Also, her ultimate is good, but it's not game changing. I mean, it's a lot of times where I don't have the stuff that I need, and she does come in handy for that, but that doesn't make her one of the best legends. But she definitely is good. A lot of Pathfinder mains switched to her simply because the grapple was nerfed, and her moves is like similar to the grapple because she can immediately get high ground or move away. So this season she's definitely better than Pathfinder. Now I believe they did that just because she just came out, and that would give her some attention. And Bangalore. Bangalore is also a good legend. I feel like these could go either way. Depends on the person. So Bangalore smoke comes in clutch a whole lot. I can't tell you how many times a smoke saved my life, because the only thing that can really counter it is a digital threat or a Bloodhound, and you don't really see people using those that much. I mean, they're there, but not as much as they should be there. And her ultimate, when it comes to small circles or for people pushing you third party and all that, her ultimate is amazing. I don't know if you guys remember season 1 when her ultimate just barely did any damage and people just ran straight through it like it was nothing. But since they buffed her ultimate, she has been a monster then. Ever since that buffed her ultimate, she has went from an average player to a good player. Not quite the best, but she's definitely good. Also, she has a speed boost, just like Octane, but she doesn't lose any health for it, so that also makes her a good character. Alright, Lifeline. Lifeline is kind of tough. I want to say below average, but I also want to say average. I feel like she needs a rework, but I'm gonna put her at average just because I love having a Lifeline on my team. The health drone comes in clutch, especially when you can't find syringes. She's pretty much a guaranteed purple shield, especially because it's always hard for me to find a purple shield. Always so hard for me to find a purple shield. So Lifeline is average. I feel like they could have made her better, especially because some other characters, aka Gibby, has stole the show when it comes to healing abilities. Also, Mirage has made an upcoming show stealer, and he turns invisible now when he's resing somebody. Which the Lifeline drone with the dome with the shield covering is good, but those two are better because Gibby gives full protection and Mirage is fully invisible. So I believe they should buff her and make her healing abilities a little bit better for the team, and she should be the best healer because that's one of her characteristics. She's a doctor, so yeah. Caustic, my boy, my main man. I am a Caustic main now, so you already know he is one of the best legends. A lot of people won't agree with it, but trust me, he is a top tier character. If it wasn't for some of the legend buffs and nerfs, maybe he could be like the number 1. But unfortunately, he's huge and he has a huge hitbox, but he's still a top tier character. For ranked, he can hold down buildings in an area and make you pay if you push in, if you know how to use them right. And you can set up traps and be very strategic with Caustic. And if you do that and play everything correct, I promise he is one of the top tier characters. And if you have any questions, just check out my page and you'll see a lot of gameplay with Caustic. He is definitely a GOAT. Revenant. Before the buff, he would be average / below average. But after his buff, he is definitely good. And these could go either way. Pathfinder definitely comes before Lifeline, but these I feel like can go either way. The Revenant ult is awesome. So you push your team and you come back with 50 health. So that's pretty much the game giving you 50 health, 50 free health just for using his ultimate, which is awesome, especially for third partying, or if somebody's pushing you, you can push out with it. The only thing that doesn't make him, well, a few things that doesn't make him one of the best legends is simply because other people can use your totem also. So when using the totem, you have to place it in a good safe spot where no one else can use it against you, because I had numerous of times where people used the totem and placed it recklessly, and I used their own totem against them and ended up winning the gunfight because of it. So with a good Revenant, he's definitely a good player. His silence ability tends to mess me up a lot, so especially with the buff to it, 20 seconds without being able to place a gas trap. Gibby's arm shield gets disabled. Pathfinder won't be able to grapple anyway because of the nerfs, so it doesn't matter to him. But yeah, the Revenant's abilities are good. He has a lengthy climbing time or whatever, so he can climb very high, which is great for pushing also, and also getting away. So he's a good legend. Bloodhound. I will put Bloodhound right in here. An average player. So Bloodhound was my very first main when I very first started the game. He just looked so cool to me, and I never even got into a gunfight before, unless I had his ultimate ready. He was the person that pretty much taught me how to play the game. But to play with Bloodhound, you need skill, definitely. He doesn't give you the advantage like the other legends. He's pretty much just a tracker. He can see where people are. He can find the campers and skeevers, the solo people. And his ultimate gives you a speed boost, and but it makes you incredibly loud. So that's the downfall to it. But if his ultimate made him completely silent, you couldn't hear his footsteps or anything, I would say that would put him next level, right above Loba. If his ultimate made him silent, completely silent, and you couldn't hear footsteps or anything, he would go right here before Loba. But just because of that, he's an average player below Pathfinder. Great player if you know how to use him, but he's still just an average legend. He takes skill for sure. Crypto. I love Crypto. A lot of people don't know how to use him good, and a lot of cryptos I play with, I see they make a lot of mistakes, but he is a good legend. A lot of people will put him probably below average and say he needs a buff, but I really don't think so. I would even put him maybe right here and maybe even right here, but I would say he's a tad bit better than Bloodhound just because his ultimate can break shields. Awesome for third partying. You just got to know how to use them. Now, I feel like if I'm using him, he would be like in this area. But just for anybody watching, he'd probably be an average player. So he's good, especially for rank, because he can tell you how many teams are around and if a third party is imminent. Also, he can limit the amount of third parties with his ultimate. Or if they're third party and you can automatically have the advantage just by having his ultimate ready and EMPing. That will make them take a second thought before they push you. So Crypto is great. Also, he can also find the solo skeevers and just like Bloodhound, except a little bit more efficiently because he can actually control where his drone is going and go and actively look while your team is also doing other things, whatever they're doing. But a lot of people use him wrong because they're just sitting in their drone while their teammates are fighting. Whenever I play Crypto, I'm never in the drone more than a minute unless it's a ranked game and we're inside a building holding it down until the ring closes and I'm just seeing where everyone is at. Gibraltar. Gibraltar is definitely better than Caustic. Both the two thick boys are both tanks. They're both tanks. But Gibby has the arm shield that gives him a 50 HP boost. Not really HP, but technically same thing. He has his dome shield that gives him fast Raze, which is better than Lifeline's Raze because it has full protection. And also he has his ultimate, which is an airstrike. Great for third partying, great for keeping people off of you. He's just so amazing that he's taken this spot above Caustic. He's a great legend, and he's pretty easy to use too. He's one of the legends that you don't have to be that strategic with. You just got to know how to play the game, really, and he's already one of the best characters, so not much needs to be said about Gibraltar. He's definitely a top legend. Mirage. Mirage after the buff. Before the buff, he would be below average or at the back end of average. But after the buff, I would say right here. His ultimate is a lot better than his last one. I feel like his decoys are a lot better than his last one. I still feel like these could go either way, but just because of his invisible rezzing, man, if you don't know where he's at when he's rezzing, then you probably won't know anything. I've had a full team. We knocked everybody but the Mirage, and he got away and rezzed his full team in a ranked game. So that is crucial. Also in ranked, if he's a solo legend, he can get away fairly easily in third party fairly easily. I used to use Mirage at when I very first played ranked before I was that good at the game, and he came in clutch for me a lot of times. I would go third party and kill somebody, use the ultimate, and get away. And I feel like if I was to use him now during that, it would be even better just because of the buff. Watson, I feel like will go here or here. I need an in-between. If you have a full team, definitely here. If you're solo queuing, here. So we're just going to put it for the random person watching this. We're just going to put her here. She is definitely better than all of these legends behind, 100%. But it's mainly only if you have a good team also. She is a team-based legend, but man, she is amazing. Her ultimate heals shields, and it destroys grenades and Caustic's ult before it even gets to you. And also, she can block doors and doorways and everything else, and limit people from getting into her building. She's a tank when it comes to defense, along with Caustic. But she is the ultimate tank when it comes to defense. But the only thing is, if she's solo and by herself, she doesn't really have any abilities to get away from anybody or to prolong her staying alive. Because, yeah. For her abilities, she needs a team. But if you have a great team, Watson will be definitely in the best category. And last but not least, Wraith. Wraith is definitely the best legend in the game. It was a point in time where I mained her, and she's a great legend. She's always been great. She's been nerfed numerous of times. I think every season she had some type of nerf. Maybe not this season, but every other season she had some type of nerf. But she is still the best legend. She has a small hitbox, extremely hard to hit, especially if you crouch spam. You can pretty much never have the drop on her because she'll always know when someone's aiming at her. With a sniper, anything. The voices from the void will tell you anything, so nobody will have the drop on her. Pushing with portals, third partying with portals, oh my god. I love having a Wraith on my team just because of that. And if you see these three, man, that's the ultimate team right there. I feel like it's the new meta, but could be wrong. At least for ranked. And Wraith, her void, one of the best abilities also, her tactical. A lot of times if you void, you can just run straight towards your teammate and bait the enemy because they most likely will chase, bait them to another teammate, or you can also go behind the door and end up closing it. It's she has many opportunities with her L1, her passive ability. Maybe it's not, what is it called? Passive? I don't know. But her L1, if you play on PlayStation. Her void, you can do so many things with it. Portaling also is great for moving your entire team. It's more efficient than Pathfinder's grapple because, zipline, because he gets beamed on the zipline plenty of times, especially in ranked. And yeah, she's the jump pad, of course, not even a comparison. And you don't take any damage while going through the portal. And if matched with a Caustic, if you take the portal, you could that could be the end of you. So Wraith is definitely the best legend, especially, and also if she's solo, which is she's still great because she will know if somebody's aiming at her, if she's hiding in a tree or something, so she can just get away easily. If somebody's looking at her, she can know also. And if there is a solo around and they look at her, she'll automatically know to go find a solo or anything. So she's just a great player to have on the team. Definitely the best legend on the game. I feel like Gibraltar and Caustic are a little close, but she is hands down the #1 legend. But if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notifications because I stream a lot, and I should be playing rank soon. I'm going for master rank again, and so yeah, you want to stay tuned for that. And I hope you have a good one, and I hope you have a blessed one. Comment down below, what do you think the best legends are, and how would you rank the legends? I have no below average legends, but I do have the worst legend, which is Octane. Maybe he'll get a buff soon, maybe he'll get a rework, hopefully so, and we'll see. New legends to come also in season 6, so I can't wait for that. But as of right now, as of season 5 today, these are the rankings by Real Polo Joe. So yeah, have a good one.